Hi there. A lot of children find it difficult to go from numbers to algebra, especially multiplying out brackets. But quite a lot of children learn the distributive law in primary school as a good way of doing the 12 times table, because it's a lot easier to do the 10 times table plus the 2 times table than it is to do the 12 times table just straight off. So teachers will probably say something like, if you have 12 times 4, just do 10 times 4 plus 2 times 4, and then add those two bits together, and it will make it easier. So if children get the idea of breaking numbers up and then multiplying the numbers out bit by bit, the two bits of the number, they'll get the idea of the distributive law, and hopefully that will make it a bit easier to go from the numbers to the algebra. Let me multiply 4 times 10 plus 2 the way that you would do it if you were multiplying out the brackets. So you would do 4 times the 10 and you'd get 40. And then you do 4 times the 2 and you'd get 8. So you'd get the answer 48. Now, it's quite a big leap to go from numbers to algebra, so I'll write down one that's got some algebra in it and try and explain what it means. So 4 times x plus 2. Now, this x, it just means a number, and I haven't decided which number yet. Could be a 10, but whatever I'm going to write, it must be true no matter what number that x is. So I shall multiply it out. First of all, I will have 4 times the x, 4x, 4 of the x's, and then I'll have 4 times the 2, 4 of the 2's. 4 2's is 8. And that's the answer, 4x plus 8. A lot of children will look at this and they'll go, does that mean the x is a 10 then? Let's just say the x was a 1. Then this would really be 4 times 1 plus 2. And it would still work. It works on the other side, it works on this side. It doesn't matter which side. If that x was a 1, this would still be true. And if that x was a 7, it would still be true. The point of putting an x there is that you're showing that it works no matter what letter, no matter what number the x is. X is just a storage place for putting a number in, some number. If it was on your calculator, when you had a little button and it was x, what you would do is you would store a number, 7 stored as x, and then later on you would store a different number as the x. So on a calculator, the x is just a storage place for putting numbers. And it's the same with the algebra. That x is just a storage place where you would put a number, but you could put a different number there. Children find this really difficult. I hope I'm not making it more difficult. Anyway, I shall do another example and hopefully you'll find it easy. Let's have 3 times x plus 1. I'm not going to write the times this time because that times, it looks too much like an x. And so with algebra, you don't write down times. You just put the 3 next to the x plus 1 in a bracket, and everybody knows that you mean multiply that. It's the 3 times the x plus 1. So first of all, 3 times the x, 3x, and then 3 times the 1, 3. I'll do another one. Change to blue. You try this one. 2 times x plus 1. pause for a second, and now I'll write the answer. So what that means is that we have 2 of the x's and 2 of the 1's. 2 1's is 2. I'll write another one for you to try. Let's have 7 times x plus 1. That would be 7 of the x's. Let's get a different colour. 7 of the x's plus 7 of the 1's. Hopefully this has been helpful and you won't be too daunted when you see some letters put into these brackets that you have to multiply out, because it really is the same as it would be if it was numbers. In fact, let's go back to numbers for a minute so that I can show you just how useful it is when it is numbers. So reload. There we go. So the distributive law is a brilliant way of doing the 6 times table, the 7 times table, and the 12 times table. Let's say you wanted to do 7 times 6. That's actually the same as 5 plus 2 times 6. And then you can multiply that out. It's because we've got 5 lots of the 6 plus 2 lots of the 6, and 30 plus 12 is 42. So hopefully you can see that the 5 plus 2 times table is easier than the 7 times table. And that's using this multiplying out the brackets thing, where first of all you multiply by 5, then you multiply by 2. And if one of those, if either the 5 or the 2 was an A or a B or an X or something, it still works. Let me show you this trick for the 6 times table. So we have 6 times 8. But we're going to change the 6 into 5 plus 1 times 8. So we have 5 times the 8, 40, plus 1 times the 8, 8. We have 48. So good to learn it as a quick trick for making times tables easier, and then to sort of get the idea that actually you could put some algebra in here and it would still work. Thanks for watching. Bye.